Hopefully. Merry Christmas to everybody, eh? If you're in Jamaica, Merry Christmas. Whether you celebrate or not. If things hard, you don't know. Things hard everywhere, but yeah, we're not. I'm not here to like damp your Christmas mood. Just drink, enjoy yourself, and be safe out there. You see me? Um, I wasn't planning on streaming today, but night drop out, so it's like decide should be night and night tomorrow, but it is what it is. I just saw a movie, Oppenheimer. It came out in the summer. Maybe I know a lot of you seen the movie. Yeah. What did you get from the movie? I was a little bit not triggered, but I see the underlining because I'm a guy of a certain age. First thing I pick up on in this movie, yeah, Oppenheimer. Yes, we're talking about movie today. You see the topic? Where are all the men, or what happened to the men? Back then, in the 30s and 40s, men were men. Pause. Yeah? The development of this atomic bomb, you can go and see how Oppenheimer, yeah? They do a good job of like portraying Oppenheimer, the actor and all that, yada yada yada. But back then, you can feel the movie did a good job of presenting the feeling of the guys, what they would have been thinking back in those days. And then you look, although NASA, we all know NASA was started by some Germans, yeah? Quote unquote, those who paperclip, Google it, paperclip. I will teach you something tonight. I know most of you are educated, but just Google paperclip. And you see what came up. After the war, those guys in Germany just take a plane and come to America. They understand and continue the bullshit. But that's not the topic now. The topic is where are all the men? What happened to men? You have a lot of male running around. I know I'm all over the place, but that's why I started this this YouTube channel. You understand? Just to talk about some things that I see. And the older I get, the more I just don't care. When I see something, I talk about it like that. Men. Remember when they started this atomic program, they didn't know what might happen. Although it was a wicked program, they did it. They talk about they could catch the atmosphere on fire. They just go ahead with it. Men being men. What happened to men? I am over here now in Holland, a very small country. Holland, no, Saba belongs to Holland. Very small country. The highest peak in the Netherlands realm is in Saba. Go figure. You have Statia, Bonaire, St. Martin. St. Martin split in two between Holland and France. Anyway, Google that. But before you have this navigational thing on your cell phone where you could Google a location and it just boom pop up, men would jump on boat and just decide to go and explore. What happened to the men? Holland still own, pause and still, there might be I know Suriname was part of the Netherlands realm. What happened to the men? Now when I was watching the movie, I was like, yo, these are men, you understand? Going into the unknown, doing something that will change the course of history. You might agree with the bomb or disagree. That's not the point here I'm trying to make. My point is what happened to the men. Africa is a big continent, yes? You have these guys that jump on boat. Whether you want to say, oh, they rob the Africans and all that. What happened to the men? Can you imagine jumping on a boat, don't know what's coming on the horizon, what's over there, but you decide, yo, boom, 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 I am going over there. What happened to the men? Nowadays, and this is my gripe, nowadays, going university, you have these motherfuckers asking about safe fucking space. What happened to the men? Is it something they're drinking in the water? Is it in the fucking milk? Is it in the Similac where they get at birth? What happened to the men? I just cannot understand what happened to men. Why is it such a big problem to be masculine nowadays? What happened to the men? Males nowadays are even sweeter, pause on the sweeter, than the woman. Men come to work looking like they're coming out of a Vida, they still have Vida Sassoon. You see how old I am. Coming like they're coming off a cosmopolitan, one of those magazine covers. What happened to the men? No, I have a son. He's a grown man now. I hope he don't take that upon himself to be always polished. What happened to the men? And I know this is Christmas. I don't want to be all dark and gloomy. But go and watch Oppenheimer, and you will ask the question, what happened to these guys? What happened to men? No, men are complaining more than women. Men are talking more than women. White, black, in the middle. It just fascinates me to sit and look at where society is going. How can you be a male talking about fucking safe space? I don't get that. Yeah, maybe I'm too old for this. Maybe, yeah, who knows? Maybe I'm jumping over the rails, but what happened to the men? Sports. Guys now, they're just so... And I don't want to say it's all about the money. You should get paid. Yeah, you're an athlete, you should get paid. But you shouldn't be on the field looking like a model. Even, look how beautiful you think you are. At halftime, you go to the dressing room, you come out with a New Year style. What happened to the men? Men scared to get dirty now. What happened to the men? Nail polish, all groom. Sashaying. Walking all, don't want to say sexy. I never see that sexy man, but you know what I'm talking about. What happened to the men? It's just weird. Just weird. I think my generation is the last generation. Maybe if you're in your 30s now, you might get the tail end of what's coming. But men are extinct. Well, I don't want to say men are. Masculinity. Somewhere, they're trying to eradicate masculinity. If you look a certain way, if you build a certain way, no, we can't deal with you. You are toxic. Men are not allowed now to chart new frontier. Oh, that's us going against the grain. We need the safe space for this person, for that person. No creative thinking anymore. What happened to the men? Clothing store now are more catering for guys than females. What happened to the men? Just sickening. And I know I might get a lot of backlash, but As I said, the older you get, the more you just don't care. You just know that one day you'll be out of here and yeah, you leave. It's for somebody else's battle. Somebody else have to fight that. But men from birth now are being just the manhood is being taken away, to say the least. What happened to the men? Is it the educational system? I don't know. Is it parenting? I don't know. Is it the separation of father and mother or the kid's life? Or one, if not both? I don't know. But this is not coincident. This has to be cooked up somewhere by someone, some organization. That it's wrong to be masculine. There cannot be masculine in these times. Toxic masculinity. I don't even know what that is. I deem somebody toxic by the action. You understand? Sometimes by their word. But I just cannot look at somebody being masculine and say, oh, they are toxic. Why? Why are they toxic? You need men now to be watered down, and they are acting watered down. Scared to fight. Like fighting is a disease. No, it's not. It's built into man to protect themselves and their family, their loved ones. Now, if you raise your hands, you are being toxic. And females, you too, you are allowing it to happen, because we men, we are just protectors by nature. I know females being taught in university now that, oh, independent. Yeah. Go to Ukraine and talk about independent. You understand? That's what happened. As soon as the shit hit the fan, no more independence. Hey, you go that way, you go that way. Oh, no more division now. Everybody exactly know who they are when you know what hit the fan. What happened to men? Balls drop off. What happened to men? 20-year-old man, 20-year-old male now. It's not a man. 20-year-old male taking pictures of his food that he's eating at dinner. Click. To put up on the gram. What type of man is that? Acting more feminine than a female. How we reach here? And I'm talking to Dutch, because I live here. I give you examples how in the past the Dutchmen would react. Yeah? Go out and conquer other countries, other islands. And that was their legacy, that these guys now could come and inherit. But these young Dutch guys now, all fucking pussies. Safe space. I don't understand that. Easily triggered. Just. Yeah. Well, that was just my rant. Sorry to put a damper on your day. Wherever you are, just. It is what it is. I think I may upload something tomorrow again, yeah? It's Christmas. Why not? Merry Christmas.